And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven, and goeth into perdition. Revelation chapter 17, verse 11. The bells of St. Peter's Basilica tolled with an eerie echo across the Tiber River. Streets once bustling with tourists had fallen into a strange silence. Draped in black and crimson banners, the Vatican stood in mourning. The air felt different, heavy, tense, like the final breath before a storm. The last pope is dead. His Holiness, known worldwide as a beacon of peace and modern reform, now lay motionless under the towering dome of Michelangelo's masterpiece. But as his body was prepared for burial beneath the sacred floors of St. Peter's Basilica, a chilling whisper began to spread, not just in Rome, but around the world. The prophecy has been fulfilled. The roots of this mysterious fulfillment go back nearly 900 years, to the year 1139 A.D. A humble Irish bishop, St. Malachy, was visiting Rome when he was suddenly overcome with a terrifying vision. According to accounts, he saw a procession of popes stretching into the far future. He wrote down a series of 112 cryptic Latin phrases, each supposedly describing one of the future Roman pontiffs, from his time all the way to the final pope. These phrases were lost for centuries, until they were mysteriously rediscovered and published in 1595 in a book titled Lignum Vitae by Benedictine monk Arnold de Wyon. Each pope, from Celestine II to John Paul II, and even Pope Benedict XVI, had eerily fitting descriptions. But it was the final prophecy, the 112th, that sent chills through the church and prophecy scholars alike. In persecution extrema sre sedibit Petrus Romanus. In the final persecution of the Holy Roman Church, there will sit Peter the Roman, who will feed his flock amid many tribulations, after which the seven-hilled city will be destroyed, and the dreadful judge will judge the people. The end. This chilling sentence described not just a man, but the last pope before the end of days. And then, in 2013, something unprecedented happened. Pope Benedict XVI resigned, the first pope to resign in nearly 600 years, and in his place rose Pope Francis, a man born in Argentina to Italian parents, bearing the birth name Jorge Mario Bergoglio. Though he did not bear the name Peter, many prophecy scholars argue his spiritual identity aligns with Peter the Roman. His father was Italian, from Rome. He leads during a time of global tribulation, pandemics, wars, mass moral confusion. He chose the name Francis after Saint Francis of Assisi, who was known as Francesco di Pietro, Francis of Peter. Was this symbolic name a prophetic clue? Many now believe Pope Francis was indeed Petrus Romanus. When Pope Francis was declared dead, news outlets mourned his legacy. But Christian prophecy watchers around the world immediately turned their eyes toward the sky. Why? Because the death of the last pope wasn't just a headline, it was a heavenly alarm. According to St. Malachy's prophecy, after this final pope, the seven-hilled city, Rome, will be destroyed, and the dreadful judge will come. This was no longer symbolic. This was imminent. Was this the beginning of the end? The Bible, too, has long spoken of a figure known as the false prophet, a religious leader in the last days who will work alongside the Antichrist. Revelation chapter 13, verse 11 to 18. Could this final pope, whether knowingly or unknowingly, have played that role? The book of Revelation reveals something staggering. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. This beast appears gentle, like a lamb, a symbol of Christ, but speaks like a dragon, Satan. Many theologians interpret this to mean a deceptive religious leader, a man of peace who eventually promotes a global false doctrine. Has the stage now been set for the rise of the Antichrist? Has the restrainer been taken out of the way? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. Is the death of the last pope, The removal of that final spiritual block before darkness floods the earth? Within 48 hours of the Pope's death, strange events unfolded. A rare blood moon turned the skies red over Europe. A lightning bolt struck St. Peter's Basilica, again, just like it did the night Pope Benedict resigned in 2013. Seismic activity was reported near Rome, though no fault lines existed in that region. Prophets and intercessors across the world began reporting dreams of the veil being torn, of gates being opened beneath the earth. Could this be the beginning of the Great Tribulation? Is this the fulfillment of Daniel's vision, when the abomination of desolation would soon stand in the holy place? With the last pope now gone, there are only two paths remaining. 1. A new global religion emerges. It will promote unity, love, and peace, but at the cost of truth. A merging of all religions into one body under a charismatic global leader. 2. The return of the King, Jesus Christ, the rightful ruler, will descend from heaven at the sound of the trumpet, and those who are watching, praying, and ready will be caught up in glory. Which side will you be on? This is not fiction. This is prophecy unfolding before our very eyes. What St. Malachi saw nearly 900 years ago, what the Apostle John recorded in Revelation nearly 2,000 years ago, and what today's prophetic voices are shouting on street corners and pulpits, it's all converging into one truth. The time is short. The death of the final pope is not just the end of an era, it's the final chapter before the judge appears. Don't let this message fade from your heart. As millions mourn, you must discern the times. Jesus warned that in the last days, many would be sleeping. But those who are awake, who have oil in their lamps, will shine like stars in a dark world. This is your call to repentance, to return to God, to prepare your soul, for the King is coming, and the prophecy has been fulfilled. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. What if the prophecy was real? And we are the generation that will witness the end. The last pope is dead. The signs are everywhere. This isn't just history. It's prophecy unfolding before our eyes. Are you ready? Don't scroll away. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe the prophecy has been fulfilled? Are we at the edge of the Great Tribulation? Like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next revelation. We're just getting started. Because what's coming next will shake the world.